Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros.
All right, let's go through my notes, and then I'll read some of your comments, and then I'm going to get out of here because 26 minutes was already way too many minutes to waste on this game. First quarter, I saw no action whatsoever. I saw Furkan Korkmaz in the first couple of minutes of the game. Furkan Korkmaz. Now, listen, I know we're down players, but we predicted this too, man. We predicted this too. That Furkan's going to have one or two good games against the Orlando Magic, whoever else, and Doc Rivers is going to think to himself, oh, my boy Furky is back. I'm bringing him back. It's time. It's time. It's time. So Furkan Korkmaz is the first player off the bench. Are you kidding me? I don't care if you're down to the G League team. I don't care if you're down to the high school team down the street. Furkan Korkmaz is not coming off my bench first. I don't care. He was bad in the game. Bad. Furkan and George Niang were on the floor together in the second quarter. That is, you might as well not cross half court. You know what I'm saying? You might as well not cross half. You got Furkan, come on, bro. I'm a big Bang Bang Niang fan. I love his effort. But you can't put Korkmaz out there with him on the floor. You're asking for wide open layup after wide open layup if you're doing that. You're asking for it. What else? Joel Embiid got mad at a female referee, and I said, hey, you better cut that back a little bit, bro. We are in 2022. We are in the height of cancel culture. You know, if Twitter and some other news outlets get a hold of this video of you yelling at a female referee, the whole team's going to get canceled. They're going to delete our franchise from the NBA, man, the same way they delete certain episodes of The Office off of Netflix. So take it easy, Joe. Nah, but realistically, that chick is bad, and she missed a couple of her easy foul calls, and Joel had a right to be angry. I actually like the fact that he was like, yeah, hey, listen, bro, you want to be a referee in the NBA? I'm going to treat you the same way as I'm going to treat any referee. You suck, bro. That's a terrible call, and I'm going to walk over to you and yell in your face. I think she handles herself well, though. I really do. She didn't give a shit at all. She was like, whatever, technical. She was like, bye, bitch. See ya. Technical, bye. She looked at him and said, stop. The Cavaliers shot 66% from three in the first half, and the 76ers shot 24% from three in the first half. At the end of the first half, this is a tweet thanks to Sean Bernard and Pick Swap Media. The Cavaliers scored 44 points in the second quarter. The Cavaliers shot 16 for 17 in the second quarter. The Sixers shot 3 for 14 on threes in the first half. The Cavs shot 8 for 13, so 66%, 21%. The Cavs were 73% on field goals in general in the first half. And PJ Tucker actually had 6 points. So I think the formula here is that we need PJ Tucker to continue to have goose eggs, because when he decides to actually score, nobody else can score. So don't score any more points, PJ. Just play defense, run around, dive on the floor a couple times. Don't score, man. Don't score. It doesn't work out for us. Doesn't work out for us. The third quarter comes around and you think to yourself, they can't possibly keep up this. They can't possibly keep up these shooting percentages, right? They can't possibly keep up these shooting percentages. They're going to come back down to earth in the third quarter. They're going to come back down to earth. So the Cavs say, hold my beer first half. I'm going to show you the second half. And they continue to not miss. Donovan Mitchell comes down and hits a three. Donovan Mitchell kicks it to Darius Garland, who hits a three. And then Darius Garland's 35 feet away from the basket, just says, fuck it. Shoots a fadeaway with two defenders in his face from Steph Curry range, high arcing shot, turns around when the ball's in the air, and it drops in. And that's when I was like, okay, I had a little bit of faith heading into, but what's going on here? I'm playing 2K on Hall of Fame difficulty, and I got the blank cards on my team. You know what I mean? I don't even have the blue ones, the emeralds. I don't even have the rubies. I got all this the gray cards against a five diamonds or whatever they are these days. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a video game. It was stupid. It was stupid. That's probably the best way to sum up this game. It was stupid. And then Embiid, Garland drove down the lane and Embiid didn't even try to block his shot. And that's when I was like, all right, I'm if I didn't have a podcast and a couple thousand people aren't going to be entertained by me being annoyed at this game, I wouldn't have watched it. If I didn't have this podcast, there's 0% chance I would have watched the rest of this game. Zero, not 1%, zero. There was no reason for anybody to watch the rest of this game. Zero. But I'm here for y'all, man. So hit the like button, actually. There's only 52 likes on this stream, man. There's 172 people in here. Hit the like button for me even being here, bro. For me even watching this garbage and coming up here, hit the like button. The fourth quarter, I decided, okay, I'm actually going to watch this. I'm going to watch the rest of this. And I saw Montrezl Harrell do a hook shot that got blocked back into his face, and he tried to sell it as a pass. And then the Cavs get on a fast break. Darius Garland catches a pass. It doesn't dribble, just throws up a no-look alley-oop like the Harlem Globetrotters out here just to rub it in. That was basically it. That was basically it. Joel was still out there hustling, diving on the floor and things. I thought, like, hey, get him out of the game, man. Why is he even here? Why is he even in this game? Why'd you even put him back in the second half? Yeah, I saw a Paul Reed, Furkan Korkmaz two-man game at one time, and my eyes started to bleed. They're bleeding right now. You can't see it on the camera, but they're bleeding. There's blood all over me. My eyes are bleeding. A Paul Reed, Furkan Korkmaz dribble handoff, and of course it ended in a disaster. He lost the ball, and they got called for a moving screen. I always say I love Paul Reed's energy, and I think he's a defensive center, and I think he should be the backup center, but don't run plays for him to hand it. Don't run dribble handoffs with Paul Reed and Furkan Korkmaz. This was disgusting basketball. All around. Disgusting. Joel was 6 for 16. DeAnthony Melton was 4 for 11. Shake Milton was 6 for 12. He was 0 for 3 from 3. Had 3 assists. I just didn't see a whole lot of Shake. Furkan was 1 for 4. George Niang was 2 for 7. Daniel House Jr. was 3 for 4. Paul Reed was 100% from the field. Shout out to Paul. And, of course, he had 5 rebounds because that's what he does, and 2 offensive rebounds. So you're always going to get that from Paul. Trez, I don't know, man. It's not looking like Montrez can do much against decent-level NBA talent. Like, it just is what it is. Romp nailed it on the head when we signed Montrezl Harrell. We were all ranting and raving. I did a play breakdown. I did a Montrezl Harrell play breakdown. How embarrassing is that? Talking about how much of a dog he is and how much he's going to have. He can't ball against these NBA players. Saban Lee got in the game. I thought I was going to see Jaden Springer, but I guess he's still injured. Bing Bong, thanks for the super chat, man. We all should agree on and place our bets together. Place what bets together? What are we talking about? What bets are we talking about, man? I don't know what you mean, man. I ain't betting nothing on this team. Let's look at the Cavs numbers real quick, man. Let's see. Diakate. Okay, this is the guy I was talking about. All right, Diakate. He is 25 years old. Mamadi Diakate. And 404 error, bad gateway. Okay, cool, NBA.com. That's amazing. Thank you for helping me out here. Mamadi Diakate, 6 points. Evan Mobley gave us 16 and 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block shot. Donovan Mitchell had 18 in 25 minutes. He was just running around chucking up threes. He was 5 for 7 from 3 for 71%. I'm willing to bet he's never done that in his career. Another Sixers opponent dropping a career high. What's new? Darius Garland was 3 for 4 from 3 for 75%. Karis LeVert was 3 for 4 from 3 for 75%. Mamadi Diakate was 2 for 4 from 3 for 50%. Are you kidding me? What's his career three-point percentage? Diakate averages 3 points per game. His three-point percentage on the season, well, I can't see it here because NBA.com sucks, but stats, there we go. Diakate, stats by year, scoring splits. What are we looking at? Oh, we got an ad. We got ads on NBA.com. I pay for League Pass. Get the ads out of my face. Diakate, he's actually shooting 44% from 3 on the season, but he only attempts 1 per game. So actually, he's not a bad three-point shooter at all. Let's look at Donovan Mitchell's three-point percentages. Donovan Mitchell shot 71.4% from 3. Donovan Mitchell averages, he's shooting 42.2 this season. Donovan Mitchell shooting 42.2% from 3 so far this season. Averaging 28.4 points per game. Wow. 28.4 on 49% from the field. 42.2% from 3 on 9 attempts per game. 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Only 3 turnovers a game. Do you guys understand how damn good Donovan Mitchell is right now? Do you understand how good Donovan Mitchell is right now? And when I said over the summer, hey, I love Tyrese Maxey, but if you somehow swing a Donovan Mitchell trade and you put him on this team, he is what you hope Tyrese Maxey can be in the next 3 or 4 years. You would just be fast forwarding. And I'm sorry, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Joel Embiid, all healthy, and Donovan being 26 years old and entering his prime. That's a championship big 3 right there. That's all I was saying. And you guys were coming at me like I'm some kind of idiot, and you were telling me that Donovan Mitchell's a scrub. .4 points per game. 49, 42, and 88 from the free throw line. And 9 3-point attempts a game. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Eastwood's right again. That's one of those things, like whether you make the trade or not make the trade, I'm happy. I love Tyrese Maxey. I think he's going to be that. I think he's eventually going to be that. I definitely do. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about this game. I'm surprised I even talked for 40 minutes about it. Hey, don't forget to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and every other podcast platform, thanks to Merkle Media. What you guys saying in the comments, man? I got questions for you. Does this game concern you? Or does it completely not matter? Does this game concern you? Or does it completely not matter? I'd still rather have Maxey. Spida always falls apart. I mean, it's not like Maxey has carried anyone through the playoffs yet. I'm not saying he should. He's young, but Spida's 26. He was playing with Rudy Gobert. That seems like anybody that plays with Rudy Gobert has a tough time doing anything once the playoffs start. Flush it and move on. It doesn't matter. You don't think that first quarter, you don't think the way this offense came out, you don't think the lack of system, the lack of plays, the lack of strategy in the first quarter, that doesn't concern you? You're telling me you play the way you play against the G League Orlando Magic. You play the way you play against the Atlanta Hawks, who aren't a good defensive team. They got some players, but they're not a good defensive team. You come out and you finally play a good defensive team and you look like that, that doesn't concern you at all? Devonta Smith's burner doesn't matter until we get Glenn out of here. Well, I agree with that, like, completely. Like, down in my soul, I know that for a fact. None of this matters, realistically, until Glenn Rivers is gone. It just is what it is. But I guess, without Harden and Maxey, we came back down from the high that we were on. This is what it should look like when you're missing two of your stars and you play against the Cavaliers, who are missing players but have their stars and have a very deep team. This is exactly what it should have looked like. And then they just shot the ball, ungodly numbers, and it was over.